So, my name is Johnathan Birsa, born and grew up in Enterprise, Croncris Enterprise to be exact, um, with always having a passion for cars. As with every male child, I guess, always like cars and these kind of things. Started off from scratch, um, traveling, buying old cars, cheap cars. That time now come out of school working minimum age, um, and not having the opportunity because okay, working for minimum wage can't afford parts in parts place, well not parts but accessories to pretty up the cars because again I think everybody went through the stage in cars that they want to have music and pretty looking cars at many young. Eventually I after continuously working, studying and whatnot, landed better jobs and these kind of things. But still find that car parts and car accessories expensive. So then it come to me now, you know what? Let me look into this. Actually, no, I'm a changer. I'm a silly character. It what really led me towards. Actually, I'm the owner of Cartune Performance. And what led me to starting this business was being broke, yeah, and in debt. And I started it from scratch with bank calling me, asking me, what going on with your credit card? How come you had at least passed 100 street credit card? But I say, okay, cool, no problem. I could pass the 100 street credit card, but what's going to be for the future months to come because the credit card's still in debt. Eventually, I somehow whatever led me to finding these small keychains I bought from Amazon. I buy it and I sold it back. After a few days, time it sold out, and then continuously we branched off into other things that had market in Trinidad and Tobago, and we continuously expand and we try to compete with the prices. So we'll do proper research. I say, well, we'll do proper research and we'll find the lowest prices and try to compete with that and still try to provide a good quality for the customer as well. And started off still again debt, well not debt, but again is now you have a commitment of a business to run. So again you still have bills to pay and these things. So eventually now I family issues and whatnot ended up landing myself homeless, and by choice it was not up to say I was at a edge at a jobless or anything like that, but it was a choice to have a better future ahead. Eventually I with continuous, but during the time of COVID, homeless could not be an option per se because bathrooms and this kind of thing wasn't available through gyms and this. So started off renting, then eventually business keep growing. So I saw progress in the business and whatnot, and then eventually I said, you know what, I had to find an advertising agent for the business because I was operating online, and then something to advertise more because you have Facebook and whatnot and Instagram advertising, but what more they to actually show that your physical stuff. They're now trying to branch off into performance parts and these kind of things. So thing now with I ended up buying again all this time I was still involved in cars and whatnot, but it for some reason it never really take to me to say, you know what, I was sell cars real fast. So today I'll buy a car, by the time next week it's sell. I get fed up with it. So eventually, you know what, I bought this car, the Lancer, and the story of the Lancer is it started off with a grill, and very few people don't know the history when I say it started off with a grill. And this car is more than just, when you look at it, is more than just a car by itself, more than just an average build, more than just a car, more than just a fast car, because as I said, the car have plenty more potential and we intend to go much more with the car. So everybody expecting, okay, when I started off with the car, before previous to this Lancer, I had a blue Lancer and I had to go in SR. So I just kept catfishing people and telling them I'm going to put SR in the car again. And I leave it so everybody's like, yeah, he put the SR again, and he go scrap out the car and sell the car after, because they're accustomed to doing that again. But I said, nah, this car, keeping this car. Again, there are multiple reasons why it is I say keeping this car. Initially, this car was supposed to get a SR20 turbo Dubagi exact same build because we knew exact runarounds and whatnot for the SR. But for two reasons, I decided to go Mitsubishi, because one, I will only talk about one reason why it is I decided to go with the Mitsubishi V6 engine, is because I want a cable shift, and when it is I do price out to get a cable shift SR20 gearbox and to get it to work and be proper, it was costing way too much. So we ended up going cable shift with Mitsubishi. Again, it was a cost saving on one end, and to keep the car Mitsubishi was part of the next thing, right? So everything was done right in this exact same spot that Cartune Performance is at right now. This exact same spot. I remember days when it is we working in the rain, have plastic hang up, working in the rain. Well, then me and a partner did the car. Everything was done by ourselves. We didn't and electrician came and wired the vehicle. Currently the car is four-wheel drive stock. Car is front-wheel drive stock. We intend to go four-wheel drive and single turbo. It's twin turbo at the moment. When I say the car have a lot of meaning, it wasn't intended to say just be an average car. It have a lot of meaning behind it, and to say, okay, you know what, he's building a car to go on the road while, and I'm kind of thing. No, it's supposed to be it was being built for a certain reason, and one reason, two reasons the car was being before. As advertising agent, and well, another reason I will talk about on this video. But for advertising agent for the company and for us to grow. So initially the plan was to open a garage, and so this was supposed to be an advertising agent, and also again for the fun of it too. Again, seeing that I was passionate about the cars and this kind of thing, and it was a one of a kind in Trinidad. I think it had one person before did it, and I think it ended up crashing with the case be. But so far, I know the AC was the next thing. I wanted AC with the car, and going back with the exact same bill as the SR, we had real problems with the AC, being that the condenser couldn't fit, and it's too much of problems to get the condenser fit. And right currently running Civic 3-core radiator Civic AC condenser, and well, everything functions in the car. And that is for now. The car, I said, problems with the car so far, I should say, what we encountered, real tight. Between the back turbo and the firewall. Initially we thought we had to between the firewall for the engine to fit, and when eventually, like, when you do get it to fit now, we realize it literally only an index finger could fit between the turbo and the firewall. But again, it worked, and it working, and no heat problems, no chassis cracking problems, nothing like that. The only problem I would say we get with the car was at our fault, because we didn't put our oil cooler onto the power steering pump, and in a rush for Dave to get the car driving and to have the power steering working, because the person who was going to drive the car couldn't drive without power steering. We rushed and put the oil cooler, but by the time the valve already damaged in the pump. So, and again, the next thing in to get in to change the pump now, we had the pump available and whatnot, but everything is a tight space, so everything is like 20 things had to dismantle to get access to one thing. Currently, we had to change the pump, but problems with it's time to take out the pump and to get the pump out the engine and replace. So hard steering right through. I always used to say I never drive a hard steering, and well, this car hard steering and small steering, hard steering and a small steering too. So it going anyway, it doing everything. Because everything was bought brand new, so the car costed a lot, because initially from where it is I was looking at like plenty of this stuff, used to get used, like person will sell back and this and that, like coilovers, this thing. I was to bring down everything brand new for the car. So coilovers brand new and everything I tried to do in the car to not to have to go back to it. Because again, not to say I want to build a car today and then tomorrow, next week somebody see a break on the side of the road. That's not a good build. I don't find that a good build to be break on the side of the highway. The problems happen, but to say you no build a car and then break down, that is not a nice thing. So it was no big garage. Everything was done with knowledge from a partner and myself, and we fight up and we do everything, and between let me see, October, November, about 2 months time, everything was done. Cast driving, everything functions. Right now, I would say my intention for the car is to go four-wheel and to go single turbo. The car, well, with all the work being done on the car, and again, because we're in a tight space and what here we get, and again, is trial and error, and everything that we're doing right now is a one of a kind. We body get damages, bumper, the car lowered, so Trinidad roads and load cars isn't too friendly, but again, you have to get the loans to look good and to perform properly. And well, actually, with that as well, I said that how it is I get the car, I keep in the car. So like, except for the engine wise, the car was bought with an original 4G18 single cam. And then people up to just a couple of minutes ago, a partner saying, you can come with a small engine and what the size of the engine they put inside the car. So like nearly 3 times the size of the original engine. So we intend to go single turbo with the car and 4-wheel and bodywork. I think that is the main thing. That is 3 main things. And but again, it's a time thing to say to when you go happen. And again, this car was built just to have fun, not to go and race anybody on the road. I drive sometimes on the road, but I don't say I go and race anybody or anything like that. Just track, no problem. I will intend to go on track, but for me, I don't see myself wasting time because right now the car, because traction losing real fast. So it makes sense I carry it on the track and car get traction and this kind of thing. So I might as well finish all the car first and then carry the track. And yeah. Right. So as I say, with the car now, the car was supposed to be partially an advertising agent for the business. So with regards to Cartune performance, we intend to take it all the way. I started off this because I couldn't pay the price for accessories when I wanted to purchase my car when I was young. And yet I have plenty of people who now come out of school or now buy the first car, small car, and they want something to look good too. So we range from products, and as I tell all our customers and them, we have economy products and we have high quality products. With accessories, with parts, we fully do proper research and do high quality parts, because many people say, okay, we give warranty on every single, so up to the park light bulb, we give warranty on it as well, and that is like minimum cost, the cheapest thing you could get by us, right? But with parts now, a park light bulb, you could change it for yourself. With let's say a steering rack or a diesel pump or anything like that. When it is you put in I will give you 3 months warranty on a steering rack, but the mechanic shop not going to give you that. So I had to look at that factor too, because again, I go change it, the rack go damage and I go change it for you, but you still go and pay the mechanic how much of $100 to take out and put, and then your rack might be down, you might car drive hard steering or whatever the case may be, and oil leaking all over where the case is, right? And so I intend to go wholesale this year. Please God, I intend to take the business to a large wholesale level to bring down more demanded high quality parts. And again, it's a competition in the market, and it's to keep competing with other persons, but to be fair with everything. I believe in being fair, so I have intentions for Cartune to reach places that I might not even think about as well. So basically, everything is a time process. Everything is, but I would say, as is here for me, I would just continue by myself to continue to grow little by little. To grow on a large scale, it'd be hard to do a large scale by yourself. So you need assistance to get things done. It's plenty of work. So as I told people when I done the article in the Express at the time, if you want an easy job, go and work for somebody 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 7 to 3, go and do that. If it is you want to work hard, start a business. This business requires you to be up all 2-3 a.m. in the morning and waking back up 5. These are things that I went through and I do on a daily basis, and it's something I don't have regrets of, I don't vex with, because again, although it might be I'm making $10 on a product for taking a phone call 2 o'clock in the morning and losing my sleep, but it's a name building and a clientele building. So I believe in being a customer to serve the clients and the customers. So as I say, although we provide the lowest cost guaranteed in Trinidad, I guarantee that if it is a car provide a product cheaper than somebody can provide a product cheaper than me, I give it I would say take the item free. I stop. I'm done. No, if it is anybody can beat my price, I sell out and I give away all my items. So I believe I'll be honest, and I believe in a fair dollar when they come. So initially I had met a guy saw I can't work, and he used to work in So initially I saw a guy in my car saw a guy on my work saw my car, and he say he like how the car sound. Like, what happened in the car? He started talking to him about the car, and he's like, "You want to do a video on the car?" I say, he show me a video at the Forge. He show me the page Forge Pistons, and he say, "There's a video." You could. I said, "I'm gonna think about it. I'll think about it." Because initially I wasn't intending to do this video because I say it had to have certain things in place for me to do this. I do a video and to showcase the car. I wouldn't say it went to the best how it is. I planned my background to say to have this video done. Had other factors to tap on to have the video done, but I say, you know what, because I know I know the persons of Forge Pistons and whatnot. I say, you know what, I'm not gonna set them up. I say I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna do the video, and so I must say thanks to be given the opportunity to showcase the car. I hope that it inspire people as well. Apart from this, okay, you're doing something, you use common sense in everything you're doing, and you be honest. That is always my advice to anybody. You be honest in it. And I always tell anybody that success is best when you suffer for it. I suffer for my success, and I don't regret a day of suffering, because many days I get success, when I succeed, I just can't believe it as well. So I have no problem. So I just tell anybody, you want an easy job, go and work it for. You want a thing, go and struggle. And that is when you feel better. For me, it be better when it is you struggle for it. You know what it is you went through for something.
Don't bounce my car, don't bounce my car. Don't bounce my Laurel. Can reverse and come back.